Hey, everybody. Excited to have Nancy Weiss here today with me. So I'm Sarah Clark from Fab Fertile, and we've got Nancy Weiss, and she actually is in our couples coaching program, and she offers distance Reiki, and she's a clairvoyant. So just some really cool things to really help you because we take a mind, body, spirit approach with fertility. And today we're digging into one of my favorite topics, and I think Nancy's as well, is crystals. And she has a whole bunch of crystals I know that she has. And today we were just talking. I have mine here. What's this one? The amethyst? Is that what that
Yeah.
is? I think
Yeah.
so. And so to put it out, as I'm like, oh, I haven't cleared it in a while, and she's like, oh, it's the full moon today, so we can put it outside. But Nancy, let's talk about crystals and what can
Yes.
you share with us?
Yes. Hey, everyone. I'm Nancy here. I'm so excited to be here today. And I wanted to talk to you about my favorite subject, crystals. Okay. Crystals have definitely gained a lot more popularity and becoming mainstream over the last number of years, where it used to be kind of a thing like those little crazy people did. You're like, oh, they're heard of crystals. But I really feel, and as you can see it more, it's just become more mainstream. And I think because, and I feel it because we're just becoming more in tune with ourselves, um, with everything that has gone on in the world and things like that. We just the spirituality, people's spirituality. A lot of people are, working their way more into this energy and the spiritual because we just know that it's part of our lives, and it's just becoming much more popular. And it's true. We are all made of energy. Everything vibrates at a specific frequency, and we are able to use those frequencies for healing. Now, I do want to make a note that, this crystal should not be used in place of medicine or anything like that, or contacting your doctor. So please use things wisely, okay? And contact your doctor if you do have something of medical necessity that you really need to take care of, okay? I just have to tell you that. So one of the things about crystals is that the history of crystals goes back thousands of years, where they've used crystals for different types of things. And specifically, it was really more towards things like rubies and sapphires and things like that. We have the Egyptians and the Italians using these different things. They were very expensive as well. So only kings and queens and things like that would have these beautiful gemstones. Then there's little bits in history where they start talking more and more about the use of crystals and the reasons why they use them. It kind of disappears after a while, but then in the 1980s, in the late 70s, 1980s, is where it really gained popularity again. And books, people wrote books on it. So people were coming out with books on using gemstones, crystals, and stones. For energetic purposes. And so you may see that different crystals represent different types of healing, okay? So it is all based on energy and vibration, and different parts of our bodies, like our third eye and our crown and our heart, vibrate at specific frequencies, as well as crystals vibrate on specific frequencies. And some just have a particular type of vibration that people, now, like I said, I don't know who set up all the meanings for the crystals, but it's important also to use your own intuition of what that crystal would mean for you. But you'll see if you look in books or online that specific crystals are used for specific things. And fertility there's nothing missing in fertility either, because we have crystals for a whole bunch of stuff there too. So I want to talk a little bit about them today. First, I want to talk about, though, where do you buy crystals? Okay. Best place to buy crystals is in person at a local metaphysical shop. If you're in an area, you can look for metaphysical shop on like Google Maps and find out how you can get to a store like that. That way you can choose your own crystal, and then it's not being just sent to you from Amazon. Now you can buy on Amazon or different crystal. There's Sage Goddess or different crystal shops online where you can buy them. Especially places like Sage Goddess are intuitively chosen for you as opposed to, say, an Amazon. So that is one way to buy crystals. Now, When you buy your crystal, it is a great idea to look at all of them. Look at all of them in front of you and really kind of, just like when you pick an apple at the store, you're kind of using your intuition to pick that perfect vegetable for yourself. And that's the same thing that's going to go with a crystal. You're going to choose the one that is perfect for you. Okay, whatever feels good to you. You pick it up in your hand, look at it, feel it, touch it. Using your non-dominant hand is a great way. For me, is my left hand is my non-dominant hand. And that's how we take in energy. So I'll put that crystal in my hand and I'll say, okay, close my eyes and see what type of vibration I feel. See what I feel. See what you're drawn to. I think that's an important thing too, is they may say, okay, rose quartz is for love, but you may look at something else and say, okay, you know what? This sunstone says love to me. And you need to go with your gut. So make sure that you go with your gut when choosing them, okay? Now, you may say, okay, Nancy, I got this crystal and they told me to cleanse it. What do I do? What is cleansing? So cleansing is an energetic type of cleanse. It's not just washing it off the germs that may be on it, but it's really about cleansing the energy. So remember, everyone has touched it. It's traveled, it's come from different countries, it traveled and touched different hands. So you want to make sure that you are then, once you bring it home, you're imparting your own energy into it. One way to cleanse it is to run it under, hold it in your hand, run it under cold water, and ask, say, I wish for all energies to leave this crystal except for my own and its own healing properties. You could say anything like that about it, just removing any energies that are not yours. You can wave it in some sage, in some smoke, which I'll talk about later. So you can do that, and that the smoke will help clear the energies. You can put it in a bowl of Himalayan or sea salt, and that will withdraw and take out any energies that are not your own. You know what? Even if you didn't have all those things, simply holding it in your hand and saying, please, remove any energies that are not mine, that works as well. The most important thing to know is that it's your intention. It's what you want, and your intention is what makes the crystals, I feel, that's so powerful, So that is how you would then cleanse it. And now you say, but how do I use it? I have all these beautiful crystals that I chose and I don't know how to use it. Well, one easy way is, I have hundreds of crystals. Some are, some stand on my bookcase, some fit in my pocket. So I love stuff like palm stones like this, which is a flat crystal. And a palm stone can easily be put in your jean pocket. So say you're needing a little bit of extra love, or you're feeling a little stressed out, or whatever that may be. You can choose that crystal that you feel coincides with healing that, and just put it in between your bra. That's one of my favorite places too, is in between my bra. You can also put it in a little tiny pouch that they sell so you don't lose it in your bra. Putting it in your back pocket, putting it in a little pouch in your purse. Any of those ways are going to help. When you feel like you need, it could be just carried on you, but when you feel like you really want a little bit extra oomph, hold it in your hand, okay? Hold it in your hand, hold it in both hands like this. You could sit quietly. These are great during meditation, and just kind of soak in the energies and think about, and kind of just soak in what you need from that crystal. Okay. So that is a super quick way on how to buy your crystal, how to cleanse your crystal, and then how to use your crystal. Now, remember, each is going to have its own vibration. And again, there's tons of books. There's tons of stuff for what crystals are what they are good for. Okay. So I'll start with a few that I love for fertility, life in general, but fertility. Okay. One of my absolute favorites is rose quartz. Okay. And rose quartz is this gorgeous pink color. You'll find it in many different shapes and sizes. Some are palm stones. This is a big one that I use when I have some clients. I love rose quartz. Rose quartz corresponds with the heart chakra. It brings in love. It brings in compassion. It brings in joy. And one of the things that also too, it helps with grief. And grief, we know, is a big thing on the fertility journey. So using rose quartz is an excellent one to use when you really need that love and compassion, and especially for feelings of grief as well. So that's when it heals emotional wounds and trauma. So yeah, I think rose quartz is just a given, like should be one of your top crystals that you go get like I said, for life in general and fertility. Okay. All right. Another favorite crystal is moonstone. And I don't know if you could see it here, but I wear moonstone. I wear moonstone everywhere. I have necklace, earrings, bracelet. These pretty much never leave my body. Moonstone is the ultimate fertility stone, is the ultimate stone for the woman, the goddess, the divine goddess, the woman, the goddess within you. It connects us with the moon cycles. And we know that the moon has its cycles every 28 days, which coincides with our cycle that happens roughly every 28 days. So this is great. This is wonderful for intuition. This is wonderful for regulating cycles. This is wonderful for fertility. I can't say enough about moonstone. So definitely check it out. It's usually white, but it has this beautiful flash to it. So it has a beautiful flash, which you may be able or may not be able to see, but definitely one to put on your list. Okay. And it's awesome as jewelry. I would prefer jewelry over the actual stone itself. Okay, let's see. We have carnelian. So carnelian is this beautiful stone that it goes with different colors, orange, reddish, but I love this for the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is where our pelvis is, okay? It is good for blood flow. It is good for life force energy. It is good for vitality. I'm looking at my notes here so I don't forget. It represents the reproductive organs. So that is good to boost your sexual energy, boost the fertility, and boost creativity. So that is carnelian. So that's a great one. This one has some cool little veins on it. I love this stone. I say I love this stone to every stone, but hey, what are you going to do? I can't help it. Okay, here is another stone which you may not always hear about. This is called unakite. Unakite, and it is Unakite. Unakite. And it is a green and orange stone. It strengthens the connection between mother and baby, which is great if you're doing spirit baby work. It is cleansing and balancing, and also brings in a healthy pregnancy and delivery. So I love this, and this is one that's great. I love putting these three in combination together. So carrying unakite, carnelian, and moonstone together in a pouch is wonderful for fertility. Okay, let's see what else I have here. This is malachite. It is a gorgeous green stone it's a banded green stone, and it's often called the midwife stone. So this is great for connection with mother and baby, and bringing in a healthy pregnancy, safe delivery. But this also the color green actually also coincides with the heart chakra. I know I talked about rose quartz, but green is the color also that coincides with the heart chakra. So in cases of grief, in cases of needing that healing from trauma, this is a great stone. You're going to see that when you pick up a stone, there are some that are going to really feel, you're really going to feel something from it. And then there's going to be others where you're like, it doesn't really mean much to me. And that's okay. That's what you want to do. You want to follow your gut when you're doing this, okay? All right, let's see here. Okay, we have black stones. Any type of black stone, black tourmaline, jet, hematite. I'm forgetting now my other black stones, but these are wonderful for grounding, okay? And what the heck is grounding? Grounding is really having this sense of bringing yourself down and having a connection to the earth. It is a way to feel safe. So if you're feeling kind of flighty, if you have anxiety and things like that, grounding yourself and holding on to black stones, they are very protective as well, is a great thing. So black stones are great for grounding, and you'll see a bunch of black stones. I'm just looking around I'm looking around my room here if there's anything else I want to show you. Okay, I'm going to give you one more. I'm going to give you two more actually. I'm going to put them together in the same category. But quartz, clear quartz, this is also one of the like crystals 101. If you're going to get, like, if you've never bought crystals before, clear quartz is wonderful to get. It coincides with all the chakras of the body. It is super cleansing, amazing for intuition. And it also, when you pair it with other crystals, it amplifies their energy. So this is like a super energy amplifier. And this is actually a big one in a tower. And I have this on my desk. So these come in different shapes and sizes as well. You can find little tiny ones, little smooth ones, and you can pair those with your other crystals. So again, this is awesome for, I said, like for spirituality, really connecting with spirit baby. That's another thing. Another connecting with spirit babies. And if you haven't seen the spirit baby video, check that one out. And then you'll learn a little bit more there. So you can use these while you're in your meditation to help you connect a little bit easier. Okay. All right. One more. Amethyst. This is another one that you've seen. This is actually a banded amethyst. I love this one. It's so, so pretty. And you'll see these come in many different forms as well. This coincides with the third eye, which is your intuition. And that is another wonderful one for using. This is protective. It amplifies the spirituality of connecting with your intuition, connecting with spirit baby. So another one, amethyst. I mean, it's just, God, I love these crystals so much. There's too many crystals. So okay, so that was a bunch of crystals for you for fertility and, like I said, life in general. You can go to the store. You can always ask the store owner, whoever's there, hey, I need a crystal for XYZ. You can look it up online to find exactly what you need. Some are going to be easier to find. Some are more rare, so they might be harder to find. And they really range in price. You can go from mere, $1 to, we're talking thousands of dollars. So see what fits into your budget for you. One thing I'm going to leave you with is, you may have heard of cleansing and the full moon with crystals. So one thing that you can do is, now crystals, I don't want to say they get weak, but they can get bogged down with energy because they also do absorb energy. Things like, especially black stones like hematite, absorb energy. So if they're absorbing negative energies and things like that, I said it doesn't weaken it, but I feel like they do need to be released of that. And so crystals love to be put under the full moon. So if you have a full moon, which comes once a month and sometimes twice a month, but that's rare, you can put your crystals out overnight under the full moon, or even on your windowsill if you don't want to put them out. And that is going to refresh their energies to be used again. So try to do that once a month, just to give them that good cleansing, and then use them again. And that's really, well, I'm sure there's more about crystals, but that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed that, and let us know what you think of this video. Okay. Bye.
Awesome. That was great, Nancy. Thank you. And yeah, I've got one here that I use for, I guess it's for the thyroid, because it sits right there, and a few other
Is
little
it blue?
necklaces.
Is
Yeah,
it
like
floral?
it's a gray. I'm not sure which one it is. I can't remember now.
I can't see what that is.
It's like a gray blue thing, but yeah, it sits for the thyroid. And I have another one that's, they're both the same kind of color. These more of a gray, but awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your words of wisdom on crystals. Again, it's like a massive topic, but I think people, I like the thing of just going into the store and just using your intuition to pick what feels right for you. And then using it for, during meditation, and then connecting with spirit baby. And definitely check out the other video that we did on how to connect with your spirit baby. So thanks again, Nancy. And definitely you can go to Fab Fertile Support Group. The link is below, and you can get more support on your journey to conceive. So it's the Fab Fertile Support Group on Facebook. Okay, take care.